Game 5. So it's a Game 5 situation into an easy 3-0 into the losers finals here. And Sphynx is actually going to start back over on this Koji. Of course, wearing a mask as you're supposed to be doing right now because he's worried about the spread of COVID-19.
Yeah, of course. That's exactly what he's doing. Interesting note about Far. He has been utterly destroying everybody in the lower bracket ever since he was dropped down there by Tiger. And Tiger had a similar score line with him as he did against Sphynx. It was 3-1. So Far proven that he can take games off of Tiger. I wonder if it was actually a similar situation where it was like he won game 1 and then over time got downloaded. But he was playing Petra the entire time. So excited to see this matchup. Okay. Whoa. Far almost took a stock in under 10 seconds. That was like he was just ready.
I'm seeing the vibes of the 3-0. I'm seeing that momentum, that confidence already carrying over early on in this game. Side sig coming out right over the corner. Man, 1 or 2 more hits. It was just one more hit. That recovery puts Sphynx in red. Neutral sig coming out. Sphynx isn't there to punish it. The edgeguard situation comes out. The dare misses. The side air connects, and that's it.
He covered everything except getting hit by Sphynx himself, but Downer was going to cover the dodge in from Sphynx, and if he dodged straight up, Far just went for a jumping side air, finished off that stock, absolutely controlling everything with the orb so far. Really great play. Oh, man, it's already happening.
Yeah, that was basically a 30-second stock where Far killed, like, 1 hit after getting Sphynx into the red. The recovery, like, turned him red, and then the side air over on the corner took him out.
I mean, that was an excellent point, but I was talking about me saying Far in other cases other than saying his name. So, but I mean, glad that you noticed that he was Anyways, Far is doing great. Look at that, light side airs. Neutral sig misses. He's been putting out a lot of these neutral sigs, hoping that Sphynx is just going to fall straight into it. It hasn't been happening. Ooh, gravity cancel down late sider. Sphynx trying to get a stock off of Far. See if he can do it. Far doing a great job of those falling down air. Side sig. If he charged it, forget. Petra charges that side sig. Does it go a little bit further?
I don't think so.
I know the down sig definitely, like, it's larger and covers more area, but
because it seems like he's kind of minimum charging it, and it's still going a good distance, and I don't remember it going really, really far. Like, it's not like a Rayman side signature where, like, if he minimum charges it, it's close, and then if you charge it for, like, the full amount to get the full distance, it goes really far away. So I think it's just a fixed distance regardless.
Okay. Sphynx, really far behind. Ah, dang it. It's so difficult.
Kazza, you can say it.
I know, but it's a little bit more painful for me right now because it's a new thing. Like, when I'm casting right, I just get used to it. I just say right all the time, whatever. People can tell the difference. But
all right, well, I appreciate you struggling trying to help out the viewers.
It's all about Twitch chat. We talked about earlier. Sphynx, it might get this down. Ooh, that was a great pickup recovery. He's going to go for the gravity cancel down as well. Far trying to play around here, I guess, with some of the signature finishers. With the weapon throw, ooh, fully charges the neutral sig, or nearly fully charges. That was still a lot of a charge coming through it. And I imagine that Sphynx is going to, well, I don't know. Go ahead and stick with the Koji. Don't think changing Legends is going to be too dramatic here. Diana, level 38 this time. That is a notable amount of playtime.
Yeah, only 10 levels behind Far's Petra over here with this Garnet crossover skin. So yeah, not a huge disparity between these two characters, especially because one character might be the main, another bow character might have been the main, and then Sphynx has put some time in on Diana. Who knows? Could have a level 85 Yumiko, and then the bow experience is going to transfer over. What level was the Koji? Did you notice? I don't remember.
No, I never actually paid attention to it.
Okay.
Probably should have. Hopefully, well, we might see it again. We could ask in chat. Maybe Sphynx will be inclined to reply. Could be risky, though. Maybe we shouldn't do it. Going into game 2, Far is up a game over Sphynx. Sphynx going with the downlight sider, getting some good damage in. Went for a neutral air read and didn't connect, and that's something that I've been seeing Far doing on the orb that I like a lot. He's been going for these gravity cancel sidelights, and particularly in positions to where the sidelight will begin beneath the stage, but the travel time, I guess, of gravity canceling it will bring him onto the stage so that he gets to land and possibly follow things up. He's been doing a really great job with that option, and honestly just primarily playing the orb in general. Over the side sig, nice downer from Sphynx, cancels that, trying to go for more rising downers, and Far just bats him away. There he goes, that slide charge side sig. Didn't hit. Far's slight lead, but it's looking like a much closer game. The game number 1, D-Light recovery, not going to be it just yet. Has to do a little bit more damage. What is the most damage that bow can do?
I actually don't know what D-Light recovery does in terms of damage. D-Light Nair is 28 and D-Light Inlight is 26.
Okay. I wonder if recovery is the most damage. Not sure. Far up a stock. Good play from Far.
Recovery does like 16 damage, I believe.
Okay, I see.
So I'd be willing to bet it doesn't do as much.
Oh no, that's awful. I think Far thought he touched and he didn't. He just fast fell straight down. Great for Sphynx. He's able to get a little bit of a damage lead here with that neutral air connecting, but Far just hits right back.
I think it might. The longer you charge it, it goes further.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Does it go a little bit further? It kind of looks like that slight charge happened. I was like, is that my eyes playing tricks on me? Or?
Yeah, it seems like it goes kind of mid-range to long-range. Like, might not be as dramatic as Rayman, but honestly, we just don't see very much Petra anymore. Like, in Steelseries, 1s and 2s, that's kind of the most Petra we've seen in a long time. So that's honestly something I haven't thought about since maybe Low-Tier City last year.
Yeah, like I still surprise people when I tell them if there's actually active input on Petra's side stick on gauntlets. Like, they're like, what? Yeah, you could just toss them straight up. Rarely do it, but you can.
And we saw that earlier today in this tournament, something we hadn't seen in probably over a year.
Oh, that ground pound came so close, but Far steered the orb recovery to the left. You can't steer the orb recovery quite as dramatically as the gauntlets, but you can choose about like 3-ish directions. There goes the recovery from the bow, take him off the top. So even though Far was able to make that, make it back to the stage, they didn't hold on to the stock very long. And oh man, Far looking like the Chosen Bot for a second there with that recovery dive kick. Yeah,
hopefully he's going to be better than the Chosen Bot in the edge guard department because they are not good at that.
Yeah, they're not fantastic. They're getting there, okay? Chosen Bots have a lot to learn. Whoa! Far trying to reach out with those nairs. Side stick misses. Good punch from Sphynx, but he didn't get that down air after the side light. He's getting... I like what Sphynx is doing. He's spacing the side lights correctly where he's getting the one tap off, but then he's not being able to follow up with any more damage, and Far's continuing to get a damage lead. Sphynx... Oh, he got him! He got him with that read. Finally, those ground pounds pay off! I mean, that's like the... That's... Go ahead.
Only 2 damage separating those two, 502 to 504. It seemed like Far was starting to lose control. Like,
yeah,
not even just of the game, but of his own strategy and of his own play style. It was just SIGs. It was SIGs everywhere. No disrespect to Surus, but it looked like it was a Learning with Surus Friday dev stream where when he gets towards the end of a game or towards the end of a stock, he doesn't know what to do. He just starts throwing SIGs out. And you saw Sphynx close that damage gap, and then he was able to clean it up with the ground pound.
I had no idea you were such a fan of the weekly dev streams, Sparky.
Oh, heck yeah, I watch all of them.
Oh, wow. Are you an active moderator during those dev streams?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. Going into game 2 here, let's see if Far is able to go, oh, I'm not winning so hard that I can just see how many different ranges we have with the side sig. Sphynx actually, whoa, wow, that was an amazing string on the bow. Tried to finish off real quick with the neutral sig. The awesome thing about, no! Oh,
he's done.
Goodness.
He's so done. He's so done, man. You're not going to eat that and live to tell the tale.
I can't believe that worked. I mean, it's one of those signatures where, okay, clearly Petra down sig is just designed to be used at the ledge because of how much further it travels. But also, when you're fighting against Petra, you're like, okay, every Petra is going to do this. But what was unique about that from Far is that he did just the minimum amount of charge time to get the extra distance while not giving his opponent enough time to react. Really great edge guard from Far. Ooh, down late. Okay. Side does knock out. I was about to wonder if he was going to go for recovery there.
He hit with, like, all the way the edge, the far edge of the D-Light, so it's going to be tough for him to pick up that recovery. I don't know if it's impossible there. I don't think it is impossible, but it's definitely not easy. And since it was on the left side of the stage, D-Light side air was probably his safest bet.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to hit, too. You can even be a little late with it. It'll still work. Oh, whoa, Sphynx going for that ground pound early on once again. Far in a slight lead. Oh, it's interesting. Sphynx, like, backstep into the pummel. Again, but actually a little bit of damage to the neutral sig. Goes in for that side sig off the weapon throw. Sphynx. Ooh, a little bit of stutter stepping there, trying to catch Far off guard, but the recovery hits. Not going to take him off the top just yet, but one more recovery might do it. No dodge. Sphynx knows this, but oh, Sphynx. He's got to go for his patented. Whoa, that was amazing. That was actually so good. He dodged the weapon throw and touched by using the gravity cancel to get the neutral signature. Sphynx holding on for dear life. Except for that silent recovery coming through. Great read from Far, but really awesome exchanges both sides of the field between these players so far. Dang it. Said it again.
Far just a little bit behind. There's the dare. There's the recovery. There's the nair. He's going to go for another one. Ooh, it's the gravity cancel. D-Light just misses that. Sphynx trying to find these KO moves. They're going to bounce him off the stage. Not over on the corner. Doesn't end up sending him down.
Sphynx, stop. He goes for ground pound so much. It works. And it works. It's beautiful. But also, a lot of the times, I think R is just adapted to it so well. There's the nair. Take him off the top. Really great pickup. And it's pretty even. And now, I'm back into a situation where I was like, yeah, I was just telling you to stop using the ground pound. No, actually, you probably need to use the ground pound in this situation. Pivot neutralite didn't connect. Sphynx looking for those starters, the side lights, the down lights, anything. No dodge. Far waiting long enough to get his dodge back up, and he does get it. Will he go? To the sides like he does. Sphynx doesn't get that down lie. Oh! Far pummels him away. It's looking pretty bad for Sphynx. I can't believe he dodged that. Oh! That's it.
Grabs him right out of the middle of the stage, up in the air. A little bit of a larger damage difference here, 564 to 448. Both of them were on their last stock, but it's looking like these are going in Far's favor. We'll see if that happens in the next game.
And I'm becoming a little biased towards Far in terms of him winning the set, simply because I'd like to be able to see this matchup between him and Tiger. We've already watched Tiger versus Sphynx, and as that set went on, I was just like, oh, yep, Tiger probably is going to win if you fight against Sphynx again. But against Far, maybe it might be different. Last time it was a 3-1, but Far seems to be really motivated off of his 6-0 trip to the lower bracket. Now we're on to Mammoth Fortress, and Sphynx is back on the Koji. Dang it, did we see the levels? Did you see them?
I didn't.
I was looking. Well, that's quite all right. He's still
he
on the
does have Gold Forge Koji, which requires you to get Sky Forged.
Yeah.
So I expect that there is some significant time put into this Koji because he did make the decision to pick up both of those ranked colors, which does take a big chunk of glory.
Yeah, not to mention the bow, at least when he was playing Diana, was looking the best, and it's definitely what I've been enjoying watching Sphynx play the most on the Koji as well. So this just might be one of those rare cases where we actually have somebody that mains the bow, and I mean, that's about as rare as the lance. Oh, that slide charge neutral stick snipes Far straight into the sky. Really great play from Sphynx so far. Okay. Oh, Sphynx has so many good ideas with these mix-ups after he hits a sidelight, but he just keeps barely spacing them incorrectly, and Far has been getting so much more mileage off of those misspacings. Weapon throw comes down, stops that neutral stick, punches him away, but he doesn't get... Oh, that was funny. Already gets a downlight off of a wake-up. Oh, okay.
Yo, Chosen Bot, if you're right. Ooh, the neutral signature coming out. Again, dude, he catches Sphynx just jumping in the air, grabs it with that neutral signature. That's so many times he's done that now.
If it was actually a Chosen Bot, every time he would recover, he'd be using the gravity cancel haymaker. Let's be honest. That's just like what they do. Oh. Far comes back. Downlight. Sidelight. Oh, he doesn't get the sidelight read. Sphynx dodges away safely. Oh, what? I think... So the gauntlet recovery picked him up as he was downlighting, and since Far didn't get into the ground, it was interesting. Ooh, downsig doesn't hit. Goes for another downsig? I bet he will.
I mean, he should.
I don't know why. Far isn't that damaged. I don't even think it would do anything. Koji downsig. Oh, what? Okay, the dive kick actually stopped the ground pound from connecting. Far just dancing with death at the end of the stage there. Nice dash jump nair to punish the neutral sig. That's probably like the best thing he could have done in that situation besides an end light. Go for the downlight end light to get the KO.
I think one more nair is going to kill. Ooh, no, not quite. Defense holding on. Man, that weapon toss with the bounce off the stage almost sent him off the screen.
Oh, he almost... I thought Far was going to grab a catch neutral sig for sure off of that bounce. Oh! Okay, orb's gone. Far just waiting for the recovery. Sphynx goes for his own recovery. Might need a downlight in order to get the connect. Sword recovery is not the best to fish for. Oh, weapon throw, though. Far's just playing the safe. Oh, what? What? Sphynx didn't punish. Neutral light goes through. Oh, but the falling end light. Weapon throw, forces the dodge. Sphynx going to go for that ground pound. I know it. Okay. Far can't make it back. Sphynx, 2 stocks to 1. Albeit barely.
Feels like we've spent ages on these second stocks. Like the longest stretch of this game feels like it's been on the second stocks, which Sphynx still holds on to. Sidelight D-Light Nair goes in for the ground pound. Oh, another ground pound. Going to put him in a power position, forcing Far under the stage. Nothing's for Sphynx to do other than rotate all the way over. The unarmed recovery is going to take Sphynx off the top. Has about maybe 50 damage on this final stock from Far. So a solid lead. He does not have the weapon advantage. One's going to come in. Far kind of majorly commits to that with the recovery. It's going to let Sphynx get down, grab that sword. Now Sphynx is the one at the weapon advantage. Hit Far away. Oh, continuing to keep him weapon starved. Swaps over as the bow.
Sphynx is playing incredibly on this stock. See if he punishes another dodge from Far. Far will go for these gravity cancel sidelights sometimes, and Sphynx will just go in with as much damage as possible on the bow. The bow, one of the best weapons at punishing those missed dodges. But Far, bringing out a dodge punish himself. Try to end up with that nair right there. Tosses the gauntlets away, punches him away, picks up the orb. One down air. Doesn't get the neutral light. Sphynx having difficulty landing. Down air hits him away, and Far will he go for the... I feel like he was going to go for a side sig. Yep, okay. Went underneath Sphynx. Sphynx picks up the sword. Hasn't been his best weapon for KOing. I feel like he might go for like a... Might go for a neutral sig here. Be risky.
Sphynx is really starting to lose control of this game. Both players in the red. Sphynx needs the KO here to keep himself alive. Far already up 2-1. Don't get caught jumping with the neutral sig, please!
Oh, I think Far's going to go for the end sig to finish it all off. Oh, he misses the side sig and uses the active input to the right. And the flag taunt to celebrate. Far wins 3-1 over Sphynx to go into the grand finals to have his rematch against Tiger. Very excited for this matchup. Well played to Sphynx. I really enjoyed seeing, essentially, I would say that's a bow main, honestly, from how Sphynx was playing with Diana and Koji. Really impressive bow play coming out from them. I'm excited to see them some more because that's just not a weapon that people really look to as a primary. I mean, we know we talk about Boomy and his Diana when he plays it, but really Boomy is a blasters player. So,
and even like Remy, who used to put in a lot of time on the Koji, had a very solid bow, had a very solid sword, of course. He's now playing Bodvar, which I'm glad to see because he's a good fit for the Bodvar, but I also really liked his Koji. He was one of my favorite bow players out there, definitely in North America and even throughout the world.